Alright, this guy, I'm gonna call him Joshee1347. I've been talking back and forth with him. He's interested in some kicker speakers, so he asked, of course, the just probably only pro on kickers out there, on how to fucking hook his shit up. So I decided I'd make a video for him. He asked me a few things, box sizes, how do I wire my amp, this, that, and the other. So today we're gonna start off with, I got my notes over here. As you can see, got the worst handwriting ever. That's why I just, yeah, don't even start. Brand new kicker. We're gonna take our big beautiful kicker here. Oh, and carefully flip it over gently on something soft. I have a Tempur-Pedic pillow that I'm gonna use here. So, depending on whether or not your book came with wires or not, I'm gonna just show you real quick basically how to wire them. You got here, you ordered the, you need to wire your speaker to, you said you had the dual 4 ohms, so you need to wire it to a 2 ohm load, because that's where your ZX1000.1 is gonna be running at a 1000 watts at 2 ohms. Okay, so we see here, dual 4 ohm, need to run it at a 2 ohm load. Being as you only have one speaker, fucking straightforward, right? Got one coil there, one coil there. Notice they're both red. Let's turn this one. Coil 1, red. Coil 2, solid red. Coil 1, red with a white dot, sorry. So you're going to take coil 1, or you're basically going to take positive, like this. You got the positive here. One-handed. Jeez. Right there. One positive. To the other positive. And if I had another fucking cable, you'd go, damn it, the magnet. You'd go from one cable here to the other over here. Now the directions say the reason why you want to lead out to the amp with 2 positive and 2 negative is because that's where the end of the coil is, where they match up. So that way you're gonna see your 2 ohm load. And the easiest way to do it is you put your L7 at the top when you flip it over, so that way you have your coil 2 positive and your coil 1 positive. If you run these out to your amp, I wish I still had my 1000.1 amp book, and I would show you directly how to do it. You as well asked a few couple tips here, so that how to wire your amp. Do not use any less than 4 gauge to wire your amp, man. It's smart. I don't even care if you get cheap, worthless 4 gauge. Just get 4 gauge. Don't starve that amp. That thing's gonna pull quite a bit of amps, especially on a stock system like you have. Your capacitor will help just on the low end, but that's all it's gonna be there, is just to give you a little bit of boost at the low end. Like I said, when you wire your amp, use 2 of these. Have your ground as short as possible. As absolutely short as possible. You sand a piece of the frame, or you find a bolt that's directly to the frame of the car, and you use a ring terminal on the end here, I don't have one, to attach it to the frame of your car so that you have a good ground. You get a fuse for this inline 75 to 125 amp fuse. I think it's 125 amp, just to be safe. As well, for your kicker, I'm sure you want to know what size the speaker wire. Well, I just now bought, you'll see here, where the hell? Is the damn thing gonna work? Oh, wow. Stinger Pro Series 10 gauge. I will never buy any other speaker wire than Stinger in my life. It has got this little tiny 10 gauge cable here, has 460 strands of copper in it. I do trust Tsunami. Tsunami's an okay brand. They remain flexible, which is one thing I like, especially about the the kicker 10 gauge, because you can see here, man, it's unbelievably flexible. So use 10 gauge, okay? No matter what anybody tells you, use 10 gauge for your kickers, all right? No smaller, no bigger. 10 gauge, that's all you need. 10 gauge. For your amp, 4 gauge, bro. It's just what you got to do. It's the only way. If you're going to do your amp right and you want some real good clean bass, do that. As well, if you can find someone to just trade you or sell you one, just get a better battery than when you have either newer or bigger. Some older cars, I don't know what model year your car is. Some cars just have big, big spaces for humongous batteries. Just go to Walmart and buy a gigantic battery, the most you can afford, or go online and see if you can find a high output battery. Uh-oh, my camera's gonna die. That's basically a short tutorial. Make you another video on boxes on my Droid phone here, because my damn thing's gonna die. But you'll see here, this is how I'm gonna explain to you about the difference between port volume dimensions boxes. I just got a box with a ball in it. So, my friend, I hope that helps you. I know this is quick and is as absolutely to the point as possible, but one more time, for 2 ohms, you go 2 positive, 1 positive, 1 negative to 2 negative, and then you lead out with 2 positive and 2 negative. These 2 sides will go out to the amp. So just don't forget that. And remember, be nice to your kicker. Love it. Treat it with care. Sit it nicely on a pillow. Thank you.